What's poppin', everyone? It's Big Bat with another video, and we have a special video today because the Beast Handler is finally out. Looks really cool. I love the way it looks. Let's take a look at the upgrades real quick. So the top path is the Piranha, Barracuda, Great White Orca, Megalodon. Now this is a water path. Does decent fast damage at first, and then it starts to just pretty much take down big targets. It's like a slow acting pirate ship, and it does damage when it's pulling things in. So the middle path is ground based, so you need actual ground. So you need water for the top, ground for the middle, and then just anywhere, pretty much just air for the bottom, so anywhere can be good for that. So the middle path, Microraptor, Adasaurus, Velociraptor, Tyrannosaurus Rex, and Giganotosaurus. These ones are mainly just really strong, can attack decently fast towards the end, can do somewhat area attacks, and can pop leads. So the bottom path can pop camo. It's a flying one. They're birds that stay on a target to damage it and stuff, and can pull them back from different areas across the map. So depending on the targeting and stuff, you can bring it from the end of a map to back to the beginning. So mainly all of them kind of target really strong balloons. That's like their main things, but the middle one's good at groups as well. But you have to upgrade it quite a bit for it to be good at it. So let's start out round one. Now this tower only costs 270 and can attack within this middle circle. Its regular attacks can attack in the middle circle. It can do a splat. It does splash. So watch this. There we go. It can pop a few at once. It can at least pop 4 at once. It has splash in that sense, but it can only pop one layer at a time. So it's pretty weak. It's 270. Now I know all of this because I unlocked all the upgrades. We've already tried it a bunch. So let's try out the Microraptor route first. So you can change where these things get placed, and it has a little cooldown for when you can move it, but the cooldown's about the same as how long it'll take you to go back to the thing to even change it. So let's try this out. Let's do round 6. So when you have a dinosaur out, the Beast Handler loses its regular attack and starts attacking with the dinosaur. Now you can move this in the middle of the thing, so its range is really low, but it actually has a higher range than you think because you can move it within the circle. So there's a lot of microing you could probably do on something like chimps or something with this tower. In fact, it's probably something you'll have to do. So let's get rid of that. Now let's look at the next, the Adasaurus. Pretty much the same thing, but stronger and can pop lead. So let's look at that. There we go. Nice. And it looks like it could pop about 3 layers of balloons. So that's pretty good. Now, this right here, once you get to the second upgrade on any of them, you can combine. Their tames. So there we go. Now this has to make a fully strong Adasaurus, you need 2 Adasauruses, and it starts to increase. I think for Velociraptor you need 3, and then the next you need 5, and I think the next you need like 4, then the next you need like 6 or something. So let's see what the stronger one is like. Let's send out a few leads to compare. Now see, that popped many more layers. I forget how much lead has, but it's that -1 is how much this can pop. And it popped them much faster. So, as you can see, the combined version is much better. Now, let's do a third one. And let's make a Velociraptor. So here's going to be a Velociraptor on its own. Really strong, as you can tell. Or not completely on its own. It is combined a little bit, so it's slightly more upgraded than it would be. And let's combine it with another Velociraptor. So it's not fully upgraded, but let's upgrade this, which will upgrade the things it's giving the combined version, which is now 24 out of 24. So this is the strongest Velociraptor possible. Okay, maybe not that. Let's do a Moab. See that? Pretty decent damage. Now let's look at ceramics. Now it just literally one-shot ceramics, so that's OP. Now let's do a T-Rex. This is not the base form T-Rex, but it's about... It has half the upgrades it can, which Normally, it starts at 16. So this is basically 2 T-Rexes combined. Let's see how it does. Here's some Moabs. Does good damage to Moabs. Let's see if when they come back, it can beat them. It does. Nice. Let's see against the BFB. Pretty strong, pretty strong. And for its price, it's pretty good. It's pretty good at this point for its price and everything. Now, let's see the strongest version of that. Which requires... Let's see. It requires 4. So this is the strongest version. Now, let's try the strongest. Let's see against a BFB. Let's see a couple BFBs. Maybe it could beat those. Nice, nice. It does pretty easily. Now, you'll notice it has an ability. Let's use that real quick. Alright. Actually, let's send BFBs, because those are a little bit too weak, it seems. Okay, look at the ability. There it is. It stuns. Pretty much, it stuns stuff around it. And, I think it's everything below a B.A.D. And then the strongest form, it lasts much longer and does the whole map. So let's do that. And you'll see, by the way, when you combine, when they're as strong as they could be, they'll do different things. For example, the Orca can drag down ZOMGs if it's at the strongest form it can be. So let's see the Giganotosaurus. There it is. It's missing about 48 points of strength it could have. So let's see this. Let's see it against the B.A.D. real quick. It's doing good damage, good damage. Looks like it could beat it. Yeah, it beats it. This tower is nuts. Now, it can't detect camo on its own, but obviously it would have beat those DDTs if it could. Now, let's merge some more into it so that it's going to be full strength. Are these all upgraded? These are. So it takes 6 other beast handlers to make one tier 5 beast handler the strongest it could be, and that goes for any of the paths. So you need 6 other water ones to upgrade into, so basically 7. You need 7 water ones to be the strongest water possible. Same with land and same with flying. So let's try against a couple B.A.Ds because it beat 1. Now this is the strongest form of it, so, and it looks like it can beat a few B.A.Ds at once pretty easily, and its ability even popped the DDTs, which is nice. Now, it still doesn't detect camo in its strongest form, but that doesn't really matter. And once you sell it, all of the ones that are combined into it come out, so that's also pretty cool. And let's see, can you make it so they're not merged anymore? Let's try that out. That's one thing I haven't tried out yet. Doesn't look like it. Maybe there is, but I don't see it yet. So anyways, let's get rid of all those, and let's try the water path. The water path is really, really cool in my opinion. So let's send out some greens. There it is. It's just a quick attack. You can still move this. Yeah, a quick, weak attack. Pretty cool still. I like it. Let's upgrade to the Barracuda, see how that does. Definitely stronger and faster. And let's actually do 2 Barracudas and see how they do merge together. Let's send a bunch of pinks. And it can handle a pink rush better. The other ones could... Just one Barracuda had a hard time with the yellow rush, but... 2 merged Barracudas into one can actually handle a pink merge. A pink rush. So that shows that they're really a lot better when they are combined. A lot better. So here's the Great White. This thing can start attacking very high health balloons for a lot of damage. It's really cool. So let's just merge them all real quick. So this is a maxed out Great White. At max power, it can drag down Moabs. So let's see that real quick. And the Shark's range is actually pretty good. It's pretty good. It gets really nice. In fact, I think all of the beasts have really good range by the end. So we saw it took down a Moab. Let's see if it takes down a fortified one. And it does. What about a BFB? Let's see how it does against the BFB. This is taking forever. Sorry about this. Let's see. I don't know if it can beat a BFB. Oh, it could. It could. Look at that. Okay, that was really nice. Now, let's do the orca now. Now, the orca, it can be combined 4 times. So it takes 4 orcas to have a fully merged one. And you actually need, let's see, you need 4 total beast handlers for any of the tier 5s. So you need at least 4 of the tier 4 beast handler in order to upgrade one of them to the tier 5. So we are ready for the Megalodon once we need it. Now let's try this. Let's try the fortified ZOMGs, and we're going to send a few of them. And while we're waiting too, let's send out a bunch of random ones like lead, not leads, ceramics. See, it destroys the things when it's coming back, but it doesn't just stay there and destroy things. So rushes could mess with it. It will like break holes into a rush, but overall it gets beaten by a rush. Now it could take fortified ZOMGs, which is insane. When I was testing this, I didn't even notice that. And this is actually giving me an idea. Okay, so let's try the Megalodon now, because that was OP. So this is a base Megalodon. Let's make it the strongest possible real quick. Which you just do this. By the way, guys, each beast handler can actually still have 2 upgrades in another path. So you can at least have a tier 2 of a different dinosaur. Which is, or a different animal, whatever, which is really cool, because then you can start merging those as well and have like a weaker army of a different dinosaur. So anyways, let's try some BADs. Let's try some fortified BADs, because it took on those ZOMGs really easily. And let's give it the ability to pop camo. Look, it's taking a fortified BAD. It can kill a fortified BAD. It can literally kill fortified BADs pretty much instantly. That's insane. Let's try a round 200 BAD, because if it can do that, it could beat round 200. So this one, it doesn't instantly kill the BAD, so I think it's based on their HP. Yeah. But it nearly destroys round 200 by itself pretty much, which is nuts. And it can still actually get some buffs. So we're going to try all of them with all the buffs they can get, other than like a sun god, because, you know, we're not going to... That's a little too much. The sun god will tip things on its own. So let's do the final path, the bird, the gear falcon. So let's put it right here. Yeah. It starts as close to the entrance as possible based on your range. And let's test it now. So here's some blues. Oh, it's on round 200 still. Okay, here's round 1. Let's see round 1. And then let's see round 5 after. Red balloons, it can... Spaced reds, it can handle decently. After that, it kind of falls off altogether. So let's do the owl now. And let's combine them into one really strong owl. Now this can detect camo, so that's good. Let's see against a pink. It can beat a pink, and it starts knocking them back if you noticed. So here's a ceramic that's getting knocked back. It can pop. It can actually pop a fortified ceramic. Now, if there's multiple, it probably can't beat those. Yeah, if it's just one single one, it can beat it. So, or even 2. If it's 2, it can juggle depending on where it's at. So that's really, really nice. Now let's do the golden eagle. The golden eagle's huge sounds make it an expert at grabbing large numbers of balloons at once. Now that's a good upgrade, because the horned owl seems good, but obviously when it's a lot of balloons, it's not going to be that good. So here's a golden eagle fully upgraded. And then here's a bunch of fortified ceramics, so it can pretty much endlessly beat those. Let's see if it can beat like... Let's see if it can beat a bunch. Yeah, so it's not endless, but it is a lot. Let's try a actual Moab. Okay, for the Moab, it's pretty much useless. So Let's do the giant condor. It can pick up smaller mob class balloons. That's perfect because that was literally its weakness just now. And we need one more for it to be fully upgraded. And since we have 4, we can do the 5th one right away. But let's try this. So here's the fortified ZOMG. Let's see what it does. It does nothing. It does nothing. So if it's too high health, it looks like it doesn't do anything to them in general. Oh, okay. So it does beat the BFB. If it's too high health, it looks like it ignores it, but it actually goes for lower health stuff, and it pretty much breaks those lower health things altogether. This fortified BFB can't handle it, and all the stuff that comes out afterwards can't handle it either. So in my opinion, that's pretty good. Let's try the final upgrade of the Beast Handler. I don't even know how to say that. The Puakai? I don't know. But we need one more. One more. And this is the strongest form of the bird. Let's see if it can handle a fortified COMG easily. And it can, it looks like. It looks like it could beat that completely. I'm assuming it beats the stuff that comes out, and it does. Let's try a fortified B.A.D. Now, the shark can beat a B.A.D. Can this? It doesn't ignore it, but it doesn't push it back. At least it doesn't ignore it like it seemed to before. And we could actually change the range of it. Let's put it right there. Okay, so it does pretty good damage. Pretty good damage. Its range is really good and everything, and it stays on them. But it's not too crazy. Let's check out all tier 5 beast handlers all at once. Give me 1 second and we'll come back and do that. And we'll try it with their upgrades as well, because the monkey village can buff them. I know that. Sadly, an alchemist doesn't seem to buff them. But we'll see. We'll see. So give me 1 second. Okay, here we are. We're on logs. We have every single tier 5. And we have the strongest version of every tier 5. We have a monkey village to make sure they can pop anything, and to slightly buff them because they do get the buffs from the village, as we saw. So let's try this out. I'm gonna show you guys something crazy that shows that this beast handler is the strongest tower, other than towers you sacrifice things to. Other than paragons and the sun god, this is the strongest tower. Let me show you how. Look at this. Round 200. And remember, the only thing we have are beast handlers. They're all combined to make 3 perfect tier 5 beast handlers. Let's try round 200 and see how it goes. And we're not even going to use the ability. We don't even need to. Look at this. Look at the pop count. They already popped one of the B.A.Ds. And they're about to pop another one. See what I mean? This tower is insanely strong. This is probably the strongest tower in the game. I really love this tower. I don't know. So far, I really think this tower is amazing. I definitely think they're gonna nerf it though. This is just way too strong. Beating 200, so good. I cannot wait to run this on chimps. And obviously, you know, since we did 200, let's show 100 real quick. The last round of chimps. Let's see how this does. Obviously, it's gonna win, but see, it doesn't even need the shark, but the shark just instant kills the B.A.Ds. Okay, so there's that. How about we just send... Let's just send a bunch of B.A.Ds out. Here's a bunch of fortified B.A.Ds. Let's see how it does. Oh my god. Okay, we're not gonna win this, but I kind of do want to see how many pops they do get. They did decent damage, though. I'm not even gonna lie. They actually did do decent damage. Wonder how many of these are gonna pop. They're doing so well. But see, this is what I mean. The beast handlers are insanely strong. This is literally just the 3 tier 5s in their strongest forms. And I don't even know if it's technically the strongest, because what else? Let's see. Can we buff it with the engineer? Let's see. You can. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back, and I have ultra boosted everything. So we have 10 on each, 10 on him, 10 on him, 10 on him. So let's try around 100 fortify bad again. Let's see. This is without abilities. That was pretty ridiculous. Let's do around 200 actually. There we go. Now we're gonna do it without abilities first. This is just them overclocked without any abilities to help them. It's really nuts. Really nuts how strong these tier 5s are. It's so crazy. We're gonna try some more stuff in a sec. I don't know if we're gonna win without the abilities. Yeah, without the abilities, we don't beat that. Just barely we don't. Oh, and the fact that they pull it back all the way back there is really nice. The shark can instant kill this. I think it's based on the HP, because the shark is able to kill bads in certain rounds, but not later rounds. So I think it could kill early game bads, and late, like, very late game ZOMGs, but at some point it's gonna stop going for bads, and even at some point probably stop going for ZOMGs, I think. Now I don't know why the round is only letting me go to 228. Let's just send a couple bads out and let's use their abilities. In my opinion, the strongest one in general is definitely this one. The Giganotosaurus is for sure the strongest in general. Oh, we still don't beat it. Oh, we just barely lost. If we had like one less, we probably would have beat this. But strongest one at its highest potential is definitely the Giganotosaurus. And then the Megalodon is probably second strongest, and probably strongest in general. This is probably strongest in general, but strongest as a whole, like its greatest potential, is the middle path, I think. Then the weakest path is probably the bottom path, but the bottom path is still really good and the cheapest. So that is the Beast Handler. Let me know what you guys think about him in the comments. I'm definitely going to try out some videos with him. Now with this, the mods are probably going to be broken for a while, but it's okay. We're going to be trying this tower out with a lot of different stuff. There's a million possibilities that just got opened up. So check out some future videos. If you want to see that, please leave a like, please subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye!